Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video we have some more Monsterhigh news to talk about, from more real-life looks at the Off-White dolls. We have a new episode, actually 2 episode breakdowns, then we also have our first look at G3 Hades and more, so stay tuned and let's get into it. So let's get into the more of pictures, real-life pictures of the new Off-White dolls. They have started getting sighted in the actual Off-White locations. And they look amazing. These pictures here are by @deadly-by-design14 on Instagram. So they shared various pictures of each character, next to their own little bag stand. And I just kind of love how they're all displayed on a shelf, like next to actual bags, especially Electra. She's just like kind of like hanging out on a bag. So the way that they're posing these, I feel like it's very fun, and it kind of just like, I kind of feel like these would actually maybe get sold a lot in stores, because I thought maybe they wouldn't really get picked up a lot in the actual stores, because people who would go there to shop would probably not be familiar with Monsterhigh. But I'm wrong perhaps, because they only get 20, and so 5 of each character, so that's not a lot. That's really almost nothing. And as we can see already, various people have snatched some up in these in-store locations, but again, because you can only get 1 at a time, it's gonna be tough. They've made it really much more difficult. But I think now that we've seen actual real life pictures of all the dolls now here, especially like closer up, I think people are changing their minds. I think, they went from, ew, what is this, to, oh wait, okay, I kind of like this. At least with Symphony, who's the one with the black dress. I think she is very popular now, because especially of her unique face with the skull underneath, like that's an actual skull, and the plastic. It's so iconic. I liked her from the start because of that, also because of her new hand sign with the peace sign. So that's unique to her. So I think she's going to be probably like the most popular one now. And then we actually got to see the shoes finally of all the characters that were wearing the dresses. So here for Harmony, we finally got to see her shoes shared by @Calebtobey via cleosnilee on Instagram. As we can see here, these shoes kind of have the same gimmick that Electra has. So it's actual shoes, but then they also have a plastic cover around the shoe. The plastic cover, like with Electra, we can see it's detachable, so I'm assuming that's the same case here with these boots. And then the actual boots seem to be perhaps real fabric, and they look really cool. They kind of remind me of Gulia, her boots as well, so because her boots were also fabric. So if these are fabric, then I think they are. Then I wonder like how they actually look without the covers, and how they feel. And we also have to see how well they can bend with these boots, since they are longer. Then we also got to see the shoes for Symphony. Her heels are actually just very simple, so there's no like plastic cover. Still so cute. These are new shoes for sure, and they definitely fit the vibe. Then with Raven, here we can see the wings detached, and like how they slot in, so they don't actually move. That's a static position, and you just kind of like plop them in or take them out. And I also saw a comment on this post, someone saying that apparently Raven's hat is glued on. That's very surprising. If that's true, I don't know, but that's weird. And Zombiexcorn, Jey actually also got their hands on one of these new dolls. Again, only 1 per person, so he had to choose, and he chose Symphony. Again, I think Symphony is going to be like everyone's favorite now, because she just has the most interesting stuff going on. And so on Jey's story, he showed the actual process of how the box is packaged, there's like 2 boxes that you have to unbox to get to the actual doll, and then there's instructions here. It's a very complicated process, but I mean, it's also good because there's like bubble wrap. It's really just to keep the doll safe in the case. It also gives you options like to display to leave the doll inside or like take her out. So it seems like it's a really well thought out process with the whole packaging feature as well. So thanks to Jey once again for showing us that for the first time, because until now I wasn't really sure how that would work with the packaging. Oh, by the way, he's gonna make a review, so stay tuned. But here we also have a look at what the packaging looks like, how big it really is, thanks to Carlosjayking on his story. Also, cleosnilee reported with his pictures on their story that apparently they are already sold out in the location in New York. So that's insane. That's insane. Sold out, and they just came out like a day ago. So yeah, I mean, again, there was only 20 pieces, so really it's not many at all. But I do hope that they will have restocks soon. I mean, it's only 20 pieces. I think they should have plenty of restocks if that's how the batches are going to be. And I mean, looking at how big the boxes are, I guess it makes sense that they wouldn't have space to ship more. Next, we have pictures that were shared by @SleepingBriar on their story and also a post, and they got their hands on Symphony as well. I'm telling you, Symphony is just the it girl now. She is everyone's favorite, and again, who can blame you? I mean, she is really just the one that looks the most interesting, especially in person, and she looks even more interesting once you actually remove her clothing items, which are all actually separate. So there's like different pieces, which is surprising to me. I thought for sure that will be like all one dress piece, but there's different layers here. And actually, in her actual body is translucent. There's no actual bones or anything running through the body. That would be like way too detailed because, you know, that's what they have with the face. They have the translucent plastic, but then they have the skeleton, like the face underneath, right? But with the body, there's nothing like that. It's just like translucent, like Spectra's. Would be like around the arms. It's just all in green, but it still looks so freaky. It looks so cool. So definitely still, she's is the best one in my opinion. I think at least she just looks visually the most appealing, and just like the most, she just like grabs your attention and you're like, whoa, okay, what is happening? And apparently that feature with the skeleton face was supposed to be used for river sticks, which ended up getting scrapped. I for sure thought that she had that feature, but I guess what I was thinking of was the prototype of river sticks that had that. So at least here we finally got to see it produced, and her little dress with the frills looks really cute as well, and the shoes, I think she looks really good. And Harmony, they also posted a picture of her on their story, and she's so cute actually, like up close, the eyes, the two-toned eyes, and then the hair, the freckles. Like I definitely think she's also like one of the, like her and Symphony, I think these two are people's favorites because they both are just like really cute. Raven, I don't know, there's like a disconnect with Raven. I think the colors maybe don't match the green skin tone, and then the hat, the wings, it's just not for everyone. She's also missing her tights. And then Electra, I think she's the one that's getting released this week. I think she's also like a little bit, mixed. So Symphony and Harmony are definitely like, I think, the favorites so far. Before we get to the episode breakdowns, we are going to take a look here at new screenshots for future episodes. So these are coming probably next week and not this week yet, because we're getting the new Where Beasts episodes, like midterms episode today, Thursday, the 12th of October. And then we're probably getting an episode on Friday. I'm not sure, but next week we're getting these episodes where we can see Hades is involved, Heath's dad, and also Abby and Heath, their romance perhaps sparking more, and then we also see Katarina Stripe in a new screenshot with Toralei doing her makeup. I don't know. And also the His Fits are back. So a lot of interesting things. Toralei is back, which is so fun. And so yeah, a lot of exciting stuff is going to happen in the future episodes. And Hades, I forgot to mention, he looks cool. I mean, he definitely has like a very recognizable design from other characters. But I think his design, I don't know, kind of gives me mafia vibes. I don't know why. It's just like maybe the goatee, the suit, the green hair, like it's just something about it gives me like you know, he's like the leader of a gang. Now we're gonna go into the episode 16 breakdown. That's actually from last week. I just never got around to do it because also nothing really happens. So we do get to see in one half Laguna Neptuna, who is Senor Squeaky now, but you know, we all know her basically as Neptuna. Basically, Neptuna comes alive thanks to a potion, while Laguna is trying to finish an exam in a classroom with Frankie, Spectra, Manny, Gulia, and Nefra. She's like the substitute or I guess assistant teacher. And so they try to catch Neptuna, who's now come alive, and they do, and all is well. So it's really, again, it's really like a short premise. It's fun, but it's very short. Then the other half revolves around Claudine feeling homesick, and Cleo tries to help Claudine by making her favorite meal. And so Cleo, because Nefra's back at Monsterhigh, Cleo doesn't want to ask Nefra for help, and so she basically calls everyone we know so far for help except for Nefra. So we see Heath, you know, Abby, Frankie, it never goes right, and then even Claude comes in and he can't really help either, and then, you know, she ends up having to call Nefra, and then it works out in the end. So it's a very simple premise, but it was very fun to see Nefra again, and also just Cleo interacting more. And it was also just really fun to see more of Abby, because she's really not been much here around lately. Now moving on to episode 17, which actually just came out 2 days ago. It's fairly recent. So the first block is all about Cleo's new pet, Hisset, which we all know, you know, I mean, Hisset is the original pet of Cleo, but obviously in G3 they introduced Tut, which it's weird because in this episode, in this block, in this half, Cleo complains that she doesn't have any pets, but then where's Tut? So I don't know what's going on, but I guess then she gets Hisset, and she looks so cute. Like, I love Hisset's design. She has these huge eyes, she's so vibrant, and she looks so glamorous. Like, I feel her attitude, like she actually has expressions, like she looks amazing. And then basically, you know, Cleo tries to train Hisset with the help of Frankie and Deuce. And also, by the way, it is revealed officially that now Cleo and Deuce in G3 are exes. So they have dated in the past, but they were just better, quote, as friends. Deuce even got called in the past by Cleo sweetie snakes at one point when they were dating. So that's really cute. So I think it's very fun how they just like casually explained it in like one sentence, and it's explained by Deuce, just like it's just in there. If you're not paying attention, you might miss it, but like, yeah, they're exes, they dated, they're no longer together. So I feel like that's gonna put a lot of hardcore Cleo Deuce fans at ease, probably, I mean, hopefully, because it means that they did date. It just didn't work out. So, and that's fine. But, you know, essentially Hisset runs away, and then they find her again, and then Cleo lures her back with her bracelet, which ends up being Hisset's crown, which looks so cute. Again, I think that was really fun. Oh yeah, and Cleo's parents also appear, and they're really fun. They don't appear a lot. It's just like in the opening scene, and then they're gone. But it's a nice introduction, at least. In the second half, it's all about Finnegan Wake. He finally has some actual screen time. He's not like a background character. He's not a cameo. He has a ton of lines. He's like the protagonist in this block, in this half. It's basically about band auditions, like who is the band leader, captain, and they decide that by, you know, Claude, Torlai, Frankie, and Finnegan all are, you know, competing basically by, you know, trying to win over the Kraken. I don't know. They have to play like a soft song to like calm the Kraken, and if the Kraken's like agitated, that's like they lost. So basically, you know, Frankie and Claude, due to you know, Torlai messing and sabotaging, they pass. And then Finnegan, unfortunately, he kind of messes up, he overthinks it, and then he starts to play something the wrong way. And we also get to see his parents too, by the way, and they look really fun as well. They're like doing like a video call, they're rocking out. I'm not sure, like they kind of like they have an accent, like it's Australian, it's like a little bit, I'm not sure, but they definitely have an accent, and I feel like, you know, it's just really fun that they're here. And then Finnegan goes to save the Kraken because the Kraken escaped. And so he goes into Laguna's like big tub of water, aquarium, and we actually get to see his guitar turn into a trident, which is like, what? That was like very out of nowhere. Why does he have a trident? Is he like royalty? I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. But that's definitely very interesting. And then they all jam out and the Kraken's happy again. So like, again, a very essentially simple, it all ends well. Finnegan is chosen as captain in the end. Now, the next episode that I'm actually going to cover tomorrow is the Power Heist special, where it's all about Katerina offering Claudine her mom's diary in exchange for the Moon Claw talisman. What will Claudine do? And will Claudine and Toralei perhaps become allies? And then in the episode after that, we get to see, it's the midterms episode where we get to see G3 Mercedes make her grand debut. Also, a brand new character called Tease, or his full name, Skunk Rades. So he's obviously a skunk were monster. And we also get to see new characters, Miss Ziz and also Clopman. So very exciting. I'm obviously the most excited for Mercedes. She just looks really cute. I think I prefer her design here over G1. I don't know. I know blasphemy, like, but it's just, I think the hair, the color choices, the face, she's just so cute. Like, she's just giving. And lastly, I almost missed this, but this just happened. I saw this on cleosnilee's story. Apparently, someone else, Winter Dunning on Facebook or wherever, shared that they had ordered a Scalita, and instead they received a Midnight Runway Haute Couture Spectra doll. What is happening right now? What is this ridiculousness? I mean, Spectra getting shipped by mistake once? Okay, it could happen. 2 times now, that is sus. Something's going on. What is happening? This cannot be normal. I mean, if this happens a 3rd time, then this is definitely a pattern. So I don't know what's happening. What is happening right now? And why hasn't Spectra been announced already? I'm so confused. But yeah, let me know what you think down below. I hope y'all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and become a member today so you don't miss out when I post more content like this coming your way daily, keeping you up to date with a little TU love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time. Stay peachy. Kisses.